tell me a little bit about this project. What is the project?
Okay, so basically the project is to transform a land area into a wetland area.
And where are we?
We are at Bodenham Lake in Herefordshire.
Okay, so tell me, what have you been doing here? What are you doing? What are you looking to make?
So the idea is to transform dry land into a natural reedbed area, transforming the lake from just a lake to diversify the wildlife.
We saw you a few minutes ago in one of the diggers. What are you actually doing?
So at the moment we're excavating the bank and basically building a platform into the lake so that we can transfer the soil further out into the lake to generate a larger area.
And what are you going to do with that area?
That area will then be slowly planted over the years, which will then turn it into a natural reed bed.
I see you put some in the other parts. I see you put some big channels in. What are they there to encourage?
That's basically to encourage the wildlife to use that as a route to get within the main reed bed itself without having to cross dry land.
And how important is it for the wildlife to have these kind of projects that you're putting together?
Oh, massively. Just because it creates a new environment within certain areas that don't have that environment.
And within this, you're putting 3 reed bed areas in. Why in particular is it 3?
Just basically just to generate a larger area, but not one massive reed bed, so that we've got 3 separate areas.
And this lake that's behind you here, what was it originally?
Originally it was a gravel pit, so as you could imagine the sides are very steep and the gravel pit obviously was very deep, so it is at the moment just a large volume of water.
I hear you appeared on BBC Country File. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I was. Yeah, quite nerve-wracking. Obviously, I was in one of the large excavators, and I obviously didn't want to do anything wrong, make myself look stupid, but it was all good.
How long is this project going to be?
We've been here now for around 8 weeks, and we're hoping to finish within the next 3 weeks.
This project's being funded by the National Lottery. Who actually manages the site here?
So this site is managed by the Hereford Wildlife Trust.
Okay, and in terms of that, you work with a lot of different wildlife trusts. Why do they work with yourselves?
Just basically because we've got the experience and we've got the knowledge to transform these areas into specific places for what they need.
Tell us a little bit more about what's going on in the lake. At the moment I can see something out there. You said it's to do with silt. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that? Yeah,
certainly. So because it's a large volume of water, we've got a silt curtain which basically drops down to the bottom of the lake bed, and that will stop any mud and silt from contaminating the whole lake before it's given time to settle.
And what else do you know is going to happen with this lake in terms of some of the additional things that will happen on, say, some of the islands?
So within the future, they're hoping to transform some of the islands by removing the trees and some of the scrub, just to give flat areas for the birds to wade around in.
You said that this is going to be constructed as a reed bed. What does a reed bed encourage in terms of wildlife?
Basically, it's different sorts of wildlife. So instead of just birds that are out on the open water, it's nesting areas, areas for the swans to come in and nest. Plus, you've got the otters on site, so it will give them a bit of hiding to get onto the water's edge.